Hi everyone who's going to watch this video. In this video I want to give a quick message of how I came to support Trump and a message of hope. So, growing up as a kid, I didn't really talk about politics that much at all. The first experience I ever had was when Barack Obama was running for president, and I was about 8 or 9 years old. Asked my mother what she thought about Obama, and she said that he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I thought it was very profound, but I didn't really understand what it meant at the time, so I was a bit confused as to what she meant. But later on, coming to now and even before now, I figured out what she meant by that. And the next experience I had with politics was around 2013, 2014, when I was a bit older. I found out about something called the deep state, and I figured out how they control the pharmaceutical industry with medications, with pollution, geoengineering, how they control the weather, and how they control the agricultural industry. So basically, they control every form of production on the world. And ultimately, I think they have about 80 to 90% of total world control already, which is alarming to say the least. After I figured all that out, I became quite apathetic to politics because I figured out that really, if you vote for both sides of the coin, they ultimately result in the same outcome. So it doesn't really matter what side you voted for. And then later on, about 2015, I joined a vegan group. And even before I joined the vegan group, I became vegan because I had some health issues. So after I adopted a vegan diet, I managed to heal the health issues that I had. And after I joined the vegan group, I didn't really notice that much different. The people were very nice. I was very happy. I had lots of friends. And I didn't really know what people with a liberal mindset behaved like, because I didn't really know what people really believed in as a liberal or a conservative, even though most of my family was conservative and Catholic. It's not like I really discussed politics that much. And then I think it was around when the time that Trump began to run that, they would say awful things about the guy. I was very in the middle. I didn't really have a opinion about him until one day when the co-founder of the group, he was saying all these awful things. So I countered and said I disagree, and I told him that Trump is not a sexist because in the 80s he hired one of his first managers for his construction sites was a woman, and she might have been a woman of color, but I don't remember to be exact. But anyway, he wasn't a sexist is what I told him. And he didn't really fight back, but I could tell he was a little bit angry with me, and I could tell that he wanted to yell back, but it was in a restaurant, it was in a public space, so fair enough. And then later on, when I was starting to support Trump, he got angry, and then, I had lots of hate from other friends as well online. But, that's okay. When you support someone, there's going to be some hate from some people. And then, ultimately, I didn't really support Trump in the beginning. I thought he was an egomaniac, and I thought he was a little bit of a narcissist, to be honest. And later on, I think after he won the primaries, I started to notice how everyone of authority in the political establishment, media, people online would just say terrible things, attack him, and not just attack him, but it was like a constant stream of attacks. I think the story ratio on the news is like 75 negative stories to one positive story or neutral story, which is not an attack, it's an onslaught. It's a pure onslaught to ruin a guy's life and maintain power for the global ruling elites and not for the people. And that's the biggest problem. So, you guys, us people, we're the elites because we can choose who we vote for and not be fooled by these people who are telling us what to think and what to do and what to behave. Everything is ruining the minds of the youth, the school, the media. Everything is telling you what to believe and what to say and what to do. And now we have two sides, the liberals and the conservatives. And the liberals especially, they don't notice this. They think they're doing a good thing by playing identity politics, but it's really a bad thing because they are fundamentally breaking America through... The people don't know this, but the politicians, the ruling class, they cannot be this stupid. They know what they're doing. They want to ruin America so much to the point where they're economically broken, morally and spiritually broken, so much to the point where they can never, ever, ever recover again. And identity politics is the worst thing you could ever support, because all roads to hell are paved with good intentions, but ultimately they result in a dark, dark place. And us people, we're the elites, because as I said again, we can choose who we vote for and not be fooled. When you vote for a candidate, you take away the vote for the other candidate and give it to someone else. So you guys are the elites. We always will be the elites. And we can win in November. And we can retain what we have now. I don't care if you're a liberal or a conservative. That's not what I fight for. The fact that people don't speak up on the fact that our country is being ruined is because they'll be fired from their work, they will be mocked, they'll be harassed, they will be threatened, or whatever. They'll just be suppressed. And at this point, it's what you're voting for and against, not the candidate. Happy Independence Day. We will make this country great again. Trump 2020.